Last week, Zuken acquired Vitech. Yes, that's right. Zuken acquired Vitech. A lot of people are saying, huh? But let's talk about why it's important next. So yeah, last week, Zuken, which is a company that provides ECAD solutions for electrical systems design and board systems design, acquired Vitech, which has been a software provider of system engineering solutions, specifically model-based system engineering. And it's been really interesting. When I brought that up with a number of people that I talk to in the industry, I get this reaction of silence on the phone for a few seconds, as if they're checking to make sure that what I said was correct. Because at first glance, it might not make that much of a sense. It might not be that good a fit. But actually, in the context of what's happening in the industry and product development, it actually makes a lot of sense. There is a strong fit for this acquisition. And here's why. Is a lot of companies are making the transition from traditional mechanical products to smart connected ones. They are encountering a lot of system complexity that they had not really previously had to manage before. I mean, if you're designing just in the mechanical space, you can get into some systems complexity, but you can avoid that, quite frankly, for a long time in mechanical products. But if you suddenly have to start getting embedded systems with circuit boards, antennas, sensors, embedded software, they all have to be connected with wiring and cabling. Suddenly you go from just traditional mechanical to managing all of that. You're running into a lot of systems complexity. So in one way, it makes a ton of sense for Zuken to acquire Vitech to offer the capabilities to manage that complexity along the way. But there's a bigger picture issue here as well. If you look at embedded software and board systems design and electrical systems design, which are the wires and cables that have to work together, a lot of people look at that as almost a system of systems. You can have a multi-board system that is in one enclosure in a black box as an embedded system. Many of those are connected to each other with an electrical system, the wires and the harnesses. Frankly, all of that should work together. And even throw in the embedded software. That needs to run on the hardware and interact with antennas and sensors and all sorts of other hardware. So that is a major issue. So if you can apply system engineering principles almost just to that context, ignore the mechanical hardware for a little while. Let's just look at that, the electrical stuff. There's enough complexity that warrants system engineering practices, a model-based system engineering approach where you have a single unambiguous model of all those interactions, of all that hardware, of all that software. So in that context, it makes a ton of sense. So that's it. That's my take. Take care and talk soon.